Yo, what's up, YouTube? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. We're gonna do a live, talk about some few topics. Hope everybody doing great. Hope everyone really doing. Let me pull this up real quick. Perfect. Just y'all know, Lil Durk trial starts right now. Let's see is there any updates about Lil Durk. Get a like, share, and subscribe. Hmm. Let's see this real quick. Just wondering, y'all believe Dirk with this case, with the new evidence and everything, it looked like it's lopsided that's against him. Y'all believe he has at least a chance to like try to get all the witnesses from not talking on the legal side.
Trial starting next week. We have confirmation who is snitching on Durk that was very close to him. I didn't know towards the beginning of this video. I start reading it, but this is chaos. A lot of bad stuff for Durk today. Hey, subscribe, let's go. Shout out Mel, she was there. A lot of info from today. Exhibits government wants to use in trial. If the theory that his murder is connected to a gang should be allowed, which relates to what exactly government gang experts should be allowed to testify about. Exhibit 41, 2 autopsy photos of SR. Government, we have to prove that even though it's not contested that SR died by gunfire, we need to show the whole story. Brian Steele says the pics aren't necessary. The jurors will know he died by gunfire. Judge says he will decide by end of day. Screenshot of Vaughn wearing OTF and O-block chains. Government shows who Vaughn was in connection to.
Yeah, the whole thing they're trying to prove exactly what's with the whole situation. They're trying to see if Dirk really paid for these hits and influenced it. I heard they say even though after the whole situation with Vaughn and um Quando, how they basically he tried to plead with them like we don't want any more problems. Like, can you like please like stop? Dirk didn't want to hear it. So Dirk ego got him hurt. I believe after Vaughn and his brother D thing died, it made him snap.
Dirk's team withdrew opposition will be admitted. Exhibits 152 and 159, photos of Dirk and Wilson with Cash, or DD. Government, one of the first leads LAPD had on this murder was Exhibit 152, a post from DD's Instagram, and it had PW1 in it. So does that confirm who was snitches? PW1 will testify about both photos and that money and photos were split amongst shooters. PW1 came up a lot today. Oh my God. Money split between shooters. Crazy. Exhibit 156, witness will testify the hand signals were created for Vaughn. And the screenshot from Pissed Off video is Dirk throwing up those hand signals. Holy shit. 156 admitted. Exhibit 182, screenshot from Block is Hot featuring Wilson, filmed December 2021. Government wants it in because PW1 was present to shoot the video, was wearing an orange sweater in it. We have to have a confirmation on who this is. And here is the confirmation. People are saying this is OTF jam, so there it is. Orange sweater. He is PW1. PW1 was confronted by Durk and co-conspirators in the bathroom at the shoot, told he's being reckless with his crimes and can't be out there committing murders. You're going to get us called up.
They so blatant, like with the murders. Like they talk about murders so casually. Like, god damn, Dirk. Like, you can't have Jam around you. I know you're trying to keep him for the image, but this closeness to you is what hurting you in the end. I wouldn't have been around you. I wouldn't even have gave him a penny. Maybe buy him like a little you know, I see they said like in jail they got the indicate kit. He got him an indicate kit. He would have been good. Like serious. Now you stuck in jail, possibly for the rest of your life.
Up and the feds on us, admitted. Holy shit. Exhibit 183, photos of Wilson throwing up gang signs. Government PW1 testified the signs are disrespectful to another gang. Under submission, admission will be dependent on how judge rules about overall gang issue. Exhibit 220, a voice memo from 2023, well after the murder of Booney Mo, instructing PW1 at direction of Dirk. Judge previously allowed this in, but now has concerns about it because it's a million years after the murder. Government says it shows that Dirk gives orders under submission. Under submission means the judge is going to decide a later date, by the way. I think we all know that. Exhibit 219, text between Dirk and Didi. Government, it's basically an admission. It's Dirk and Wilson upset that O-Block didn't take revenge in their own hands. Dirk says something to the effect of, these guys aren't even sliding for Vaughn, leaving it all up to us.
Come on now. all the sliding for Vaughn slide. They really got caught up and they really got forced out the situation. They really got forced to do this. Honestly, just they from Chicago. We already know what Chicago niggas about, but I felt it was more so embarrassing, and also little Tim, not going to jail for it. Pour salt in the wound, I believe. Y'all let me know.
Under submission. Another terrible look. I mean, I'm just imagining a jury seeing all this. It is not good for Lil Durk. By the way, my last video, I said that's a W for Durk, right? I was getting comments of people like saying, LOL, this kid's like rooting for Durk saying there's W's. Brother, I'm reporting both sides. I'm going to report the good things for the defense, and I'm going to report the bad things for Durk. That makes him look like a gang member that hires people to kill people. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say something W for the defense. That's what I fucking do, dumbass. Exhibit 10, video shows officers on the scene after shooting. Steal, it's a video of a man perishing before our eyes. They want it in for sympathy. Under submission. God, can we? I just fucking wish there was cameras in this courtroom. Can you imagine Brian Steele fighting with Lil Durk sitting next to him? Let's all imagine that. We are being robbed right now. Exhibit 170 podcast clip of Tekashi 69 interview with WAC 100. Government will testify this clip blew up the concept of slide for Vaughn. Everybody saw this and Durk was aware of it. PW2 is going to say Durk saw a clip of Tekashi.
Bro, they really going to put 6ix9ine and WAC 100 in it. Like, come on, man. 6ix9ine and WAC don't have that much power. Now, I believe that they maybe agitated the situation. Plus 6ix9ine going to Chicago, his whole situation. Him allegedly being a snitch. I really don't care about that. I just don't. I honestly thought Durk had more emotional intelligence. I really did. If you really feel for the bait like that, you gotta face the time, brother. You gotta face the time.
Pretty much trolling him, saying, why didn't you slide for Vaughn yet? Got mad about it and expressed anger. And now we have a snitch in a federal trial saying, yep, he said all that. That happened. He was mad about this. He wanted to slide for Vaughn. This is fucking crazy. Exhibit 209. Government says it's a text chain weeks after Vaughn was killed where Durk says, I'm not celebrating New Year's because my dog is dead and nobody's doing anything. Rondo out there acting like they don't have nothing to worry about, even though we got the location. Cooperating witness will testify about this text. Under submission. Holy fuck. Literally expressing frustration that no one has gotten revenge on anyone in Quando's whole group, and they're acting like they're all good. They can go anywhere, even though we know where they're at. This is baffling. Like, very bad for him. Exhibit 216, text chain around the time OTF Trap House got raided. Government, Durk and co-conspirators believe PW1 was cooperating with the feds. Turns out he was, quote unquote, and that cooperation led to several search warrants being executed at that house. Because of the suspicion, Durk said, delete this thread. Another co-conspirator said, make sure to delete from iCloud. Judge concerned this thread could have been about drugs, not murder. How can government prove it's about murder? Under submission. I mean, defense lawyers are going to try to pick this apart, cast out, make it look like it's all bullshit, it's out of context. But man, oh man, is this going to be hard. All right, more about music here. Government was told to pick 2 songs out of the 19 they wanted. Judge said, me and the law clerk debated which 2 you would pick. So which are they? Government, back again and still running. Both admitted. God, which songs are those? I don't even know. I'm guessing the lyrics are terrible. Back again, lyrics say, jam, get out that jam. I give him 50, ain't gotta ask again. Government, PW1 was incarcerated. This is confirming it's jam, yeah. And Banks was provided financial support to him and gave him cash when he got out. He was catching murders way back then, back when the Mac was in. PW1 was testify his favorite gun was a Mac.
Bruh. These niggas love snitching on themselves, bro. I'm telling you. They truly, truly love snitching on themselves, and it's crazy.
Holy shit. I remember gun was a Mac. Holy shit. I remember seeing some comments like a year ago when I first made OTF Jam videos about there was a snitch close to Durk. People were frying me. People were getting fried, accusing Jam of snitching. They're like, y'all are like tripping. It's not OTF Jam. It's OTF Jam. All right, some more lyrics. Must be out your mind. You think we not spinning for bro. We spinning for sure. That rolls better be bulletproof. Little M-word. You know we gonna shoot at them stars. Rondo did interview number 6 where he was in a Rolls. Holy shit. I remember this interview. I think there was like a viral clip in this. I don't think I watched the interview, but
Yo, this interview right here. Look at Angela Yee's face. Look at her face. You could tell she was nervous with Quando Rondo right there. Like she was really nervous with Quando, and Quando be talking. You know, big bruh. Like I don't be no. Like come on, Rondo.
Holy shit. I remember this interview. I think there was like a viral clip in this. I don't think I watched the interview, but I saw the clip. Gang argument. Defense, this case was initially about murder for hire. They can't prove the bounty, and now they're trying to make it a gang case. And if it really is about revenge for Von's death, that wasn't even about gangs. It was about either a music dispute or a girlfriend. They want the jurors to associate the defense with the gang so they will believe they are guilty. Steele, the gang expert, is to send chills down the spine of the jury. Spooky, scary gang members. I wish we could hear him say all this. He's low-key right, though. Like, you don't think the prosecution wants as much gang shit as possible in this? Just to hammer it home to the jury, yeah, these are dangerous gang members. Even if they are, I'm not saying they are. I'm not saying nothing. Government
And they gang members. They profess it all the time.
puts up Exhibit 115 on the screen. It's a text message that they say shows the case about gang activity. Durk says real gangsta. Response says for show went out gangsta. Durk, I gotta go all out for him. The government says Durk did this because Vaughn was a respected gang member and there needed to be retribution for his death. The gang issue is under submission. All right, anonymous jury, the attorneys will know, defendants will not. Durk's team withdrew their motion for defense to know jurors' names. Attorneys only is fine. Durk has 25 lay witnesses on his witness list, not including experts, and reviewing the list. This exchange happened. Judge says one name left out at me. It's an attorney. Come up so we can discuss. Inserting judge sidebar. Government stay at their seat. They haven't seen defense witness list. Government, it sounds like this attorney represents another defendant in this case. Judge, it is exactly who you think, and they will reveal that name to you. This issue may become moot if we talk to them. Interesting. Another attorney that represented someone in the case is going to testify for the defense. Judge told government to give him a date for the other trial. Oh my God, I forgot there's going to be 2 trials for this, because this is just the LA counts. All right, government's trial memorandum. Durk, Dee, and David Lindsay will proceed to trial on counts 2 through 6 of the 416 indictment on August 20th. They stem from the LA murder on August 19th. That's crazy. It's almost exactly 4 years later. There's going to be jury selection, though. Like, I would imagine jury selection is going to take a while. I feel like this trial won't even actually start, like testimony, until September, like the first week of September. I don't know, that's just a guess, though. On August 14th, the government followed under seal a list of anticipated government witnesses. Okay, so 4 days ago. Government anticipates that the government's case chief will take approximately 11 to 13 court dates, inclusive of cross-examination. Okay. The parties continue to meet and confer regarding possible stipulations that may alleviate the need for certain government witnesses. To streamline its case and to avoid testimony on non-controversial topics, the government has proposed potential stipulations to defense counsel regarding foundational issues concerning seizure and extraction of digital devices. So I imagine that's about his phone. Seizure surveillance video footage, records from the Bureau of Prisons and the Illinois Department of Corrections. Government estimates that these stipulations will reduce its case in chief by approximately 8 to 10 witnesses. Wow. On July 28th, the government emailed defense trying to figure out the rest of the counts trial dates. It looks like the government sent a follow-up email to defense counsel requesting a proposed date. The government has not received a response from defense counsel on the second trial. Count 2 of the FSI alleged that the defense engaged in conspiracy to stalk and kill individuals whom the co-conspirators believe were responsible for the death of King Von. The government expects this evidence will show that the co-conspirators pursued their conspiracy to stalk and kill Quando Rondo. Blah, blah, blah. They also tried to kill him in Blackshear, Georgia in 2021. Defendant Banks and other co-conspirators' actions after Esther's murder are not only direct evidence to prove the continuation of the conspiracy, but the evidence is also critical to show the defense did, in fact, participate in SR's murder. The government will seek to admit Exhibit 125, which is a text thread between a burner phone used by Defendant Banks and multiple co-conspirators, including Defendant Wilson, co-conspirator 4, and co-conspirator 5. Specifically, on December 25th, 2022, Defendant Banks sent a text message and voice recording telling his co-conspirators that an affiliate of Quando Rondo reached out to squash the rivalry and ask for peace. Defendant Banks told his co-conspirators he rejected the peace offering, stated, "I'm not hopping on the phone to squash a rivalry because this is for D Thang and Von." D Thang is his brother and King Von.
Wait. So Durk said that. How do D thing has anything to do with Quando Rondo Little Tim? Maybe I'm clueless. I'm not in the loop like that, but it doesn't make sense. Like it seemed like that death, his brother dying, really took him over. Von started it, and it went up after his brother's death because he's not thinking right. He's not being strategic at all. His cousin, I can remember back in the day, it was his cousin Newski. I can remember when Newski was popping, he was killed. Chino, the manager, was killed. So he have all these tragedies. His mental well-being is not that good. And these deaths are no longer than 15 years ago. That's not that long ago, honestly. So I truly feel like he's suffering from a certain degree of mental um, health issues, and hopefully, all things said and done, if he is charged, he'll be able to reflect on his life, maybe write a couple books, and just teach the kids um about his experience and what not to do. Hope one of them is like having great emotional intelligence and keep your team small. Don't have like if you have over like 100 people with you, come on, how many of those people are really your friends? You know them to the T. So it's all for a facade.
Call me about peace. Take the piece of the switch. Referencing a machine gun like the
Take the piece of the switch. Mm.
one used by the conspirators on SR's murder. A voice message defendant Banks sent to the conspirators immediately after his text message crystallizes intent. Defendant Banks reiterated he rejected the peace offering and made it clear he still wanted Quando to die. And your dead homie Quando Rondo can die. Defendant Banks and Wilson and other conspirators also discussed the conspiracy in a text thread titled The Family. For example, on August 23rd, 2023, the conspirators discussed their suspicions that OTF Jam was ready to snitch on them. I think I read about this, but we didn't know it was OTF Jam confirmed because we've read about PW1 a lot. Using the family chat, Defendant Banks and Wilson also made statements that the government will argue are direct admissions of their participation in SR's murder. In the thread, Defendant Banks admitted that crazy blood N-words don't slide or hurt motherfuckers, leaving it all up to us. We've read about this. Defendant Banks stated that O-Block hop and some New York shit, and they played with Vaughn name now. And we staying out other wars that other people were in. The government anticipates that Defendant Banks and Wilson will assert that they were not involved in the murder, but merely present or merely had knowledge of the murder. In addition to proving the defense participated in the murder, Exhibit 125 also rebukes the defense claim that they were not involved in the LA murder. Multiple witnesses will testify at trial that King Von was a prominent member of the Block Gang OTF. Witnesses will also testify about Defendant Banks' frustration with O-Block's failure to slide for Vaughn. Government intends to call witnesses who have entered into plea agreements in which they agreed to cooperate with the government. Their plea agreements each contain a provision that requires witnesses to fully cooperate with the government, including by testifying as a witness if called upon to do so. Government anticipates that the defense counsel will attack one or more of the cooperating witnesses' credibility, perhaps as early as opening statement. If the defense does so, the government should be permitted to elicit testimony regarding the truthful testimony provisions of the respective plea agreement during direct examination as appropriate. So they want to be like, yo, part of your plea agreement is to testify truthfully, right? Someone, a Durk fan, tweeted out, I love Durk. Why was he texting so much?
Exactly, he was on them goddamn phones. If Dirk was smart enough, you have someone text from him that's not that close up to him personally. Like you see how they were like basically what you saw with like how they caught Osama bin Laden. They rarely got on phones, and then they took out the chip. They were doing a lot of stuff, but they made a mistake, and I forgot exactly how it happened, but they did use a certain level of technology, and so they followed the courier to get to him. So it was a lot more steps, especially with this type of stuff. They were so blatant with it. That's why they getting dropped down with the hammer. Like OCF thought they was untouchable. It's no TF now.
Because he can. He will be fine. Another Durk profile picture. This shit's crazy. Okay, the way you are dick riding is getting annoying. You are making shit worse. He's going to get life specifically because of you. Now we got Durk fan pages fucking arguing. Jesus. I think that's the gist for today. There's probably more. I'll make another video if there is. Sorry, I have to make this Tupac video now. Love you boys. Hit subscribe. Peace out. Terrible news for a little.
Shout out to Cuff Boys. I appreciate the video. Let's see the whole thing with the whole backstory of Lil Durk and Quando. That was funny, I'm not gonna lie.
So I guess you were sliding for Vaughn. Shit, I ain't say otherwise, though. Smirk. At this point, if the feds already know about these messages, it's safe to say Durk is cooked. They say Quando reached out.
Bruh. This right here, down where I'm from, we call this a snook. Dude had that King Tut snook. I'm telling you, this right here can't be real. They making Durk look bad without dreads, I'm telling you.
cooked. They say Quando reached out to Durk after Lil Pab got unalived. Quando tried to call it even. Durk responded borderline telling Buddy, no, and to get a piece of the button. I'm not gonna lie, that's gangsta. Smirk had his grand badge activated since 2020. What do y'all think the slime thinks of this? So I guess you were sliding for Vaughn. Shit, I ain't say otherwise, though. Smirk. At this point, if the feds already know about...
Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Please get the like, share, subscribes, hit the button. I truly appreciate it.
Lil Durk went from running the rap game to facing life in prison, and it all started with Quando Rondo. People think they know the story, but today we're breaking the whole thing down and diving into the shocking details that most rap fans have never heard before. Quando Rondo came up in the streets of Savannah, Georgia, repping the rolling 60s neighborhood Crips. He got active in the trenches when he was a kid, but Quando eventually decided to switch up how he moved and started dropping music. The first track that helped him blow up was called I Remember. Quando dropped it in 2017, then Lil Baby hopped on a remix and it ran up crazy numbers. By that point, Lil Durk had been in the rap game for years and was one of the hottest drill rappers from Chicago. Linking up with NBA Youngboy was the biggest thing for Quando's career, but Lil Durk helped him out too. Quando and Lil Durk jumped in the booth together for the track Other Side, and Lil Durk raps, and I can't forget the trenches, they're my blood brothers. Shout out Quando Rondo, he a little boss, and they say I'm super savage.
Yo, you think after this, if somehow Durk able to get out, do you think they will ever be able to make music together, Quando, Rondo, and Durk? I know they haven't made music since the whole beef and the whole demise of King Von, but hey, you never know.
That's the hood fault. Lil Durk allegedly didn't even charge Quando for the feature and was just trying to help him get his career started. And in the same year they dropped Other Side, Quando and Lil Durk were both featured on Shock Lizzie's track Problems. Durk shouted Quando out again on the track and rapped, how you gonna lie and go along with the bitch? Quando sip red, but I know he a crip. Come to my crib, you can't come with a bitch. Draco shells, it come with a kick. Durk showed a lot of love to Quando back in the day, and when they linked up again on Quando's track Safest, Durk said, we not scared, we did what we did. Real niggas checking, and the kids having kids. They going out, wanting gun laws, but it is what it is. Public fenders don't even care. They trying to plead you out your shit. Quando, Trench Baby, one of my favorites. Quando and Lil Durk weren't just sending verses back and forth over the internet. They were cool in real life too, and kicked it together in Chicago. Quando was cool with King Von too back then, and Quando even dissed Durk and Von's ops from 63rd in Chicago. Everything was cool with Quando, Lil Durk, and King Von, but that all changed when Quando's homie NBA Youngboy started beefing with Von. King Von and Youngboy didn't have any problems back in the day, and Von allegedly even wanted to get a feature from Youngboy. But then Von was listening to NBA Youngboy's track Play With Us on Instagram, and he said that Youngboy had caps in his raps.
Fuck Youngboy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
You talking crazy on this one.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh?
On his ass, man.
On his ass?
Cap. You got cap in your rap.
Then King Von took the disrespect up a level when he posted some photos where he was hanging out with NBA Youngboy's baby mama, Jania. Then Youngboy responded with a photo of his son and said, I'm gonna make sure that my son fuck your daughter since you trolling, bitch. And at the same time, King Von and Youngboy were going back and forth, their homies started jumping into the beef too. Before all the drama started, Quando and a lot of Youngboy's other homies...
That where it got worse. We get women involved and other people, sidebar conversations come in. That it take the situation from bad to worse very quick.
who were tight with the dudes in Chicago. And Lil Durk's homie Lil Reese said they even kicked it at his crib back in the day.
It wasn't no beef or no shit. That, you know, like some of his homies would come to Chicago, pull up to my crib and shit. I don't really like no beef and shit, but you know how that shit go over the time.
Durk and Reese's situation was kind of weird though. Durk and Reese both came up on the south side of Chicago repping the Black Disciples, and rumors say that Durk is the one who helped spark the war with the GDs when he dropped the track L's Anthem and rapped, Brick Squad, I say fuck 'em.
I remember they used to be throwing up L's back in the day. You would look at any Chicago video from like 2010 to 2013, people throwing up L's, die Y, die L, all that. Man, bring back some times, man. It wasn't that long ago.
Wooga World with him, so fuck him. I'm in these streets, no ducking. Lil Jojo was a GD who rep Brick Squad, and he clapped back with the track BDK and raps, "You ain't with the shits, so stop the fucking flexing. Fuck trying to wife a bitch, they out here stretching. Durk say fuck Brick Squad, so I can't wait to catch him. Squeeze his fucking 40, now they got him on the stretcher." Lil Jojo was also clowning Lil Reese, and Reese told him, "I'ma kill you." And later that same day,
Yeah, but during that time, if you had a beef with Reese and you went on a live stream with him, you would be dead in a couple of days. Like, seriously, Reese got some powers, man. I'm telling you.
Lil Jojo got shot to death. The BDs and GDs were both sending shots to the other side. And in 2011, Lil Durk and Reese both got booked for shooting FPG Butter and his homies. Reese and Lil Durk were tight, but then Lil Durk had a falling out with Chief Keef and the situation changed. Keef was the first one to blow up after Don't Like dropped, so he was making millions of dollars while everyone else was stuck in the streets. According to King Von, one of their homies ended up getting locked up, and they were trying to get the money together to post the bond. They needed an extra $7,500, so they asked Keef if he could chip in. Keef said he would do it, but never actually came through with the money. Durk ended up getting locked up for a gun charge around the same time. Back then, Durk wasn't on the same level as Keef in the industry and didn't have the money to post bail. Keef also didn't help him out, so some of his old homies felt like he got rich and turned his back on them. Some dudes from O Block ended up running up in Chief's crib and stealing a chain and some other random stuff, and after that, Keef left Chicago and never went back. There was a lot of drama with Chief Keef and some of the BDs who we came up with, and rumors said the situation
Man,
got
they ran up in Chief Keef's house in Chicago. I think Chicago Heights. They were in. Took diapers, took dirty ass Pampers, dirty ass clothes. Like, them niggas even stole shit out of the kitchen, the refrigerator, man. I don't blame Chief not messing with them. Like, you take from me like this, you willing to kill for me. You ran up in my house with guns too, and it was a shootout. Plenty of shootouts out there.
so heated that Lil Reese choked Lil Durk at a club. Other sources say the story is capped though, and on the
The reason that happened allegedly, Lil Durk smashed Reese mama and auntie allegedly. I mean, I believe to a certain degree it's possible, especially Durk had a clout. You know, people change for the clout, man. I'm telling you, people change for clout, money, fame, success. I really wouldn't be mad at Durk. I mean, kind of, but like he didn't rape his mom or auntie if it happened. So you could be mad so far and for so long.
track rumors, Durk raps. What you know about popping out and trying to hit their face first? They're like Smirk, your ass be tripping. Better put your case first. Choking who? I heard them rumors. Niggas better play slow. I don't want no niggas who you catch. I want the one I paid for. Reese and Lil Durk might have had some issues back in the day, but by the time Von started beefing with NBA Youngboy, the situation had already been squashed. And after Youngboy clapped back at Von, Lil Reese started taking shots at Quando Rondo and said he was gonna put hands on him. Some people thought Lil Reese was just dissing Quando because he was tight with Youngboy, but what made it weirder is that Reese already had a little drama with Youngboy in 2019. Somebody on Twitter told Reese that he should get a feature from Youngboy to get his own music popping, and Reese clapped back and said he wasn't gonna pay that little boy to get on a track with him. It's not clear why Reese started going after Quando like that instead of dissing Youngboy, but Quando said Reese wasn't gonna do anything and said that he was gonna fuck a nigga life up.
Man, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing to me. I need you to fuck a nigga life up.
Then Quando's homie Lil Tim jumped in and said that the Chicago dudes better.
I call Lil Tim Deacon Lil Tim because Lil Tim, we all need Lil Tim in our life. Like, he busts back to save his boy Quando. Like, we all need a Lil Tim in our corner.
Stop talking about Quando. Everyone knows that Lil Tim allegedly pulled the trigger and ended up killing King Von in Atlanta after Von ran up on Quando and started swinging.
What the hell?
Rumors
What
said
I'm saying, Von was
ended
tripping
up
that night. Von was tripping, really.
killing King Von in Atlanta after Von ran up on Quando and started swinging.
Ooh.
And rumors said that King Von didn't think Quando and his crew really about that
Von
fight.
was beating the brakes off of Quando. That was ugly, man. I don't see why Lil Tim did that. Me personally, I wish Lil Tim maybe just ran up, boom, hit Von. But you gotta think Von got a reputation being a killer in Chicago. That also was a detriment of like having a reputation like that. People not gonna play with you; they're gonna kill you. If you didn't have so much of a daunting reputation, I feel like he possibly be alive, most likely.
Even after Lil Tim allegedly killed Von, Lil Durk went on DJ Academic's podcast and called Lil Tim a nerd type.
That shit fucked everybody up. Like when the real gang, you know what I mean? When the real gangster get took out by like a nerd type.
Quando clowned Durk over the interview and said the nerds got 7 of them last year. And it seems like everyone involved with the situation had no idea how savage Lil Tim and some of the other Savannah dudes really are. Before Quando jumped into the rap game, Lil Tim and him are both affiliated with a crew in Savannah called Only the Mob, aka OTM. And in 2016, OTM sparked a war that tore up the whole city. OTM was beefing with VBS and the 1100 Block Gang, which were linked up under the 2X gang umbrella. OTM and their ops started shooting each other back and forth, and rumors said that Lil Tim was putting in major work for OTM. Quando rapped about Lil Tim putting pressure on their ops in Savannah on the track Dead Guy and said, "Walk around that corner with that Glock in your hand, let them know what's what. Nigga try to kill Lil Tim, got shot in his head, that's why we smoking, burning, screaming that number that come right after 10. Late night, we screaming murder." Some people claim Lil Tim caught 4 bodies in Savannah before he allegedly killed King Von. And on the track Purple Baby, Quando allegedly confirmed the
Lil Tim got 5 bodies now. Jesus.
rumors and raps. Hellcat versus that Hemi, we straight dust a nigga, do the dash in the 4Runner. Way before that boy, he put 4 on him. I be down, they up the skull on us. I done dropped the low, I'm in the NOLA thugging. Here they go, claiming they want smoke until they bro under. A lot of people think Lil Durk, King Von, and the rest of the Chicago dudes didn't think Quando and his homies were ready for smoke. And that's why King Von thought he could just swing on Quando without having to worry about getting.
And also, King Von underestimated Quando. He thought he was like a pussy, like he could just go and just do whatever he want. That way you can't underestimate anybody.
Shot. But before all of that went down, King Von and Youngboy kept taking shots at each other. On the same night that Lil Reese said he was gonna put hands on Quando, NBA Youngboy went live and showed a snippet from the track Dead Trolls. Youngboy didn't put Von's name in the track, but he allegedly sent shots at him when he rapped, "7 murders in my hometown, tell them bitches I did that. Soon as the other boy touched down, I'm gonna be pushing his wig back." And got him trying to troll, pussy nigga drove that he can't get no feature. Youngboy took a shot at his baby mama Janier for kicking it with Von too, and rapped, "Dog ass hoe, chasing after dough. Fuck around with these op niggas. See they cooking up, ain't no standing down. Tell that bitch I'm trying to bang with him." King Von had been spending a lot of time in Atlanta right before he died, and Youngboy allegedly sent another shot at him with the line, "Travel around with hella troops. I got pictures of you, little pussy bitch. Plan on standing something in Atlanta too. Won't get up with me, but I don't fuck with you." Then Youngboy made it clear he was talking about Von and raps, "I'm like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Put my ops in a row. Leave one dead, I leave one dead. D Rose, he way from the Bulls home. Too much money on me, bro. Hold my chrome." King Von had been dating Asian Doll, and Youngboy trolled him by linking up with her in the studio. Youngboy dropped a snippet of the track, and King Von hopped on Twitter and said he would post something that would make Youngboy stop claiming his kids. But then Von told DJ Academics they didn't really have beef with Youngboy, and according to Von, the internet was just trying to turn the situation into something bigger than it was.
People told me you and Youngboy was beefing or something like that. You said something about it. What happened, Von? What's going on with you, man?
They be saying that a lot. It's like we got the same issues and holes, and then you know how the internet will try to make it.
Don't tell me I got problems over girls.
No, it's the internet, gang. It's the you know, they'll try to make it like that because it's the internet. You see what I'm saying?
Von said it wasn't real beef, but it was obviously on site for him. Because when King Von spotted Quando outside the club in Atlanta, he walked him down and immediately started throwing punches. Before Von got killed, Lil Durk and Quando weren't really beefing. They were clearly on opposite sides of King Von's beef with NBA Youngboy, but Durk and Quando didn't take any shots at each other. But after Von died, Lil Durk allegedly put a bag on Quando's head and almost got him killed twice. A few months after Von died, Quando had a show in Georgia and somebody shot at his crew later that night. One of Quando's homies got hit in the hand, but rumors are flying that the shooters were paid for by Lil Durk. Around the same time, Durk was getting clowned like crazy, saying he didn't slide for Von. And right after Quando got shot at, Lil Durk dropped the track Still Running with Lil Baby and Meek Mill and raps, "Must be out of your mind. You think we ain't spinning for bro? We spinning for sure. Had a switch on me? Not a 38, dummy boy. We spinning for ghosts. They put up for shows. We spinning the cribs, traps for sure. We spinning the shows. And we do it for Von. We don't wait till it died down. We load and we do it tomorrow. We do it on feet. Ask all the ops about us. And who say we shoot out the cars? That rose better be bulletproof, little nigga. You know we gonna shoot at them stars.
Woo!
Quando was dissing too, though.
You about to see
Right
them
after Von
stars.
got killed, Quando dropped the track End of Story and raps, blood on your brother on the ground, go pick your mans up. Damn right, we screaming self-defense. He should've never put his hands on me. Look at the footage, that's all the evidence. See, the pussy nigga shouldn't have ran up on me. Who the fuck said that I was hiding? I'm still riding around with the bands on me. There were already rumors that Lil Durk was gonna put a bag on Quando's head, and Quando raps about it when he said, "Million on my head, that's what they say. That's all you got, bitch, make it 8. Come run up on me, bite the bait, 30 clip on me, jump out, shake." Lil Tim got booked for shooting King Von. Then in March 2021, he got out on bond, and Lil Reese said, "We gonna roll his ass up real soon."
We gonna roll his ass up real soon. Come on, man.
Luckily, nothing happened to Lil Tim, but in 2022, Lil Durk's crew allegedly followed Quando to LA and tried to kill him again. Quando was with his sister and cousin Lil Pop driving around LA, and when they pulled up to a gas station, a car full of shooters followed them and parked behind the building. The shooters popped out of an alley and started airing out Quando's whip, and Lil Pop was tragically killed. A video came out from the scene where Quando was screaming no when he saw Pop's body. And on the track Long Live Pop, Quando raps, "The only reason that I screamed out no, I see my nigga dead. They laughed at me and made a joke, but never seen a nigga bled." Pop's death had a massive impact on Quando and made him throw down his Crip flag, but he was still dissing King Von. A couple of months after,
Like, this also kind of ties in with the Big U case, because allegedly there were some Crip rolling 60 Crips, because that's a gang that he rep out of Savannah, was involved in it. Plus, you know, Big U making that Brick Bay making that comment. We ain't sliding no more. They ain't sliding no more for Von. I thought that was over with. Put more sauce on it. Now they locked up. Everybody locked up. Nothing happened on a coincidence.
after Pop got killed, Quando and NBA Youngboy dropped the track Want Me Dead, and Quando raps, "Ha, my favorite op dead. Sister talk too much? No, I don't like the bitch. Lil Timmy rolled her brother up, got stepped on in some Nike kicks. And, aha, I don't see shit funny. We stepped on your brother. Steady stepping, steady flexing, coming up the score. Lil Double O told Smith and Wesson." Quando took shots at Durk too on the same track and raps, "I'm smoking Zod pack out the O. He was a stepper, but got stepped on. The other rapper is Big Bro. It's been a year. We still ain't vanished." Quando also dropped the track Soul Reaper in 2021, and in the video for the track, Quando and his homies kidnapped and killed a Lil Durk lookalike. But eventually, Quando decided to move on from the drama, and even said he would squash the beef with Lil Durk because they're both Muslim. Quando also set up the King Von situation.
These guys be claiming Muslim. It's a new fad, man. I'm telling you, these not real Muslims, man. They're not willing to die for it. They don't practice. They don't do their salat. They eat pork. They fornicate. They don't take care of their kids. That's not what a Muslim was about. So they could do them.
Should have gone down a different way.
And at the end of the day, bro, all this bullshit that we talking about is stupid shit that it could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out the shit.
Lil Tim eventually beat the King Von case, and he said that he never had beef with him. Quando and Lil Tim both said they didn't know it was King Von who ran up on Quando till the next day. And Lil Tim said he wouldn't have ever done anything to Von if he didn't swing on Quando.
I was like, damn. If Brian did that stupid shit last night, his ass still would have been alive.
It looked like Quando was trying to move on from the whole King Von situation, but Durk never stopped taking shots at Quando. Durk clowned Quando for screaming about Lil Pop on the track War About It and raps, "I just swapped some Glocks from 2-3 of them blocks, ain't let a round off. And them niggas heard that man scream, they gotta turn the sound off. And he say no, I'm thinking he let a hoe got him. He say no, I said let's go to war about it. Where he go? You better know the more got him." And on the track Same Side, Durk dissed Quando again and raps, "Y'all laugh when bro died. When yo bro died, turned to a crybaby. Jumped out on both sides with a 4-5. That boy can't hide, can he?" Durk even sampled Quando screaming after Lil Pop died and used it in an unreleased track. Durk was dry snitching on himself in interviews too. After Pop died, Durk told DJ Academics that people weren't saying Slide for Von anymore.
You get triggered by the
Beat the
slide.
shit out of this little ass, man. What are you
You get
talking
triggered
about?
by the Slide for Von comments. I don't know if people still say it.
For some reason, I just don't see the comments no more.
Academics are like, come on, bro. You see the comments like,
For some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water.
A lot of people thought Durk and his crew were involved with the hit, but it took a couple of years for the cops to put the case together. Then in 2024, they booked a bunch of OTF affiliates for pulling the trigger on Lil Pop and arrested Durk for paying for the hit. Durk tried to fly out of the country before the feds could get to him, but the feds caught him while he was headed to the airport, and now he's facing a life sentence for ordering the hit. And while he was locked up, Durk's situation got even worse when the news broke that the cops think Durk might have paid for another hit that went down in Chicago. In 2022, a GD named Stephon Mack was shot and killed outside of the Youth Peace Center in Chicago, and the cops think Durk paid for the hit to get back for his brother D-Thang. D-Thang was killed outside of a club in Harvey, Illinois in 2021. Stephon Mack was affiliated with a set of the GDs called Smashville, who police think were responsible for killing D-Thang. They arrested two dudes named Anthony Montgomery and Preston Powell for Stephon Mack's murder and found out they had ties to Durk. One of them was in one of his music videos, and they found text messages mentioning Durk and OTF. Now the feds are claiming that Durk ordered the hit on Stephon Mack in retaliation
it was too much on that phone texting, man.
for killing D-Thang. Quando Rondo was moving on from the Lil Durk beef, but he dissed him and King Von one more time in August 2024 when he dropped the track Could Have Been Me and raps, "Your homie got shot 5 times on a video. Hop out on their feet, no drive-by. I'm trying to get him gone. Switches on a big 4-5 with a 50 on it. Switchy, we gon' hit him both sides. Got a switchy on." And he said we scared to come outside. When they want to score, I got that 30 on my side. Everybody picked a side. There's way too much dick riding. But after Lil Durk got arrested, Quando hopped on IG and said he was gonna forgive everyone he had beef with. Then he dropped the track Life Goes On and said, "Beefing with the same color on my skin, same color of the hem. Young niggas around here beefing about the color of a bandana. That's why I put my flag down and picked up a Quran, because life goes on." It seems like Quando really wants to just leave the Lil Durk beef in the past, especially because he's dealing with his own legal issues too. Quando pleaded guilty on a drug charge, and now he's heading to prison for a 33-month sentence. Catching a case like that is tough, but Quando said he's gonna sit down and really figure out how to move forward when he comes back home. Quando feels good about the case, but Lil Durk's situation is way worse. His trial just got pushed back to October 2025, but the news also broke that the cops have 20,000 pages of reports and 230 gigabytes of data to use as evidence against him. Rumors say that the cops are trying to tie Lil Durk to even more murders right now too, and there's a good chance he'll end up going away for life. What makes the beef between Lil Durk and Quando Rondo even worse is that they never really had personal issues. It all started with King Von and NBA YoungBoy sending shots at each other. Then the situation kept on heating up. Durk and Quando were always cool, but the beef ended up getting so crazy that Lil Durk allegedly sent shooters at Quando, and now Lil Durk might stay in prison for the rest of his life because of it.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Shout out to Hip Hop Daily for that video. Let's see what else going on with Durk. Let's see Lil Durk and 6ix9ine.
Yo, I don't know who need to hear this, but y'all been trying to convince me for the past 5 to 6 years that I did bad at this in the room. You know I'm alive, right? It's 2026. I'm free. I'm alive. I get to hug my mom. Right now, I'm not in no cell, waiting till CO.
Yeah, let's see. Durk troll. 6ix9ine still trolling about situation. Yeah, man. Let's see what else going on. Okay, let's see this one with Mama Duck responding.
Fans believe Mama Duck responded to Big Dirt, asking the fans to keep their family in prayer as Lil Durk trial starts today. Make sure y'all smash and subscribe to the
I
channel.
want to thank you all for watching. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. We're moving on up. We're moving on up.
It's your boy Music 101, the Street Report, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it.
Oh, this cosplaying Muslim stuff I keep talking about. These Negroes want to be Muslim. They just learn. They turn Muslim when they go to jail and prison because the structure of Islam is helpful. But I'll say Durk Dad, I'm gonna take that back. Durk Dad is real Muslim. He's been Muslim for over 20, 30 years. He really practiced it. Now, if he didn't go to prison, would he be Muslim? No.
Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. That day is finally upon us. Tomorrow we start trial. Tomorrow is that day we all been looking for. So Alhamdulillah, man. Continue to keep us in prayer. Continue to shower your love and your support on us. We need it at this time right here. We ask everyone to continue to be there for us. There's going to be a 3 to 4 week trial, alhamdulillah, and don't let a day go past that you don't make dua for, that you don't pray for us. And we will be victorious in the end, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Mama Duck went live and said, motherfuckers ain't prayed this much in their life. And what was all these prayers for the victim's family when Durk was doing what he was doing?
But I'ma say this, y'all, and it's for any God-fearing person. What God got for you, he got for you. And it's just not the good things. You gonna get them bad things too for playing with him, for blaspheming, for thinking he a joke, for thinking he don't exist, for thinking he don't make it possible, for only thinking that he only come around when stuff is going good or not acknowledging him when it's bad. If I can tell y'all this, because I ain't prayed this much in their life, because now they need God, and now they want God to like, but where was all that when the other families was going through what they was going through behind this man was doing, behind the his team was doing? It's not right.
If I'm not mistaken, Lil Pal mother run his Instagram page, and she posted today, 8/20/2022, I had to identify you. 8/20/2026, jury selection, Lord give me strength and peace.
Well, I tell you this, they say Jam gonna get on that mother stand and gonna tell every goddamn thing.
So another area where Jam was... I just can't wait until Jam big ass get ready to talk. Man, they already got the McDonald's they got the Big Macs, the large refreshers out, and a large fry. He gonna tell everything and some more. He gonna sauce it up real good. Trust me.
They basically talked about this federal freestyle, and they said that, you know, it's funny because the prosecutors literally said, look, Jam wasn't known as a good rapper. He was known as a hitter, a killer for OTF, and for the Black Disciples.
I'll be right back, y'all. Give me a second.
He was known as a Black Disciple hitter, and that's why he was put on this federal, ironically named federal freestyle, and that was basically as like, you know, as a favor for Jam. They were saying that was almost like to solidify his place in the ranks of OTF and the dirt that he was going to or had already committed for the crew. And they basically said that apparently Jam is going to testify that he was in the federal freestyle, and that he basically is going to say that, look, he felt like if he didn't do the murder, if he didn't participate in this hit, that he felt like he would be included in these little types of sirens going around. It's crazy. That basically they feel like Jam said that he didn't feel like he would have been included in all the OTF, you know, things that were going on, these opportunities, if he hadn't participated in that murder. And the last thing I'm going to say is that they said outright that apparently Jam was recruited for the Lil Pab murder by Booty Mo, and they basically said that Booty Mo said to Jam specifically that Durk, but referring to him as blood, that he wants to fly you out for this murder. And apparently that's all going to be testified to. That's not looking great, to be honest with you guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if Duck don't get brought up. But I was hearing that, yeah, he put up 50 and when he dropped pictures, he put up the other dude, put up the other 50. Well, we gonna see. When Jam testified and all these other people testify, we're gonna see. When I say this right, all that was over music. It's just senseless. And I'm saying this because I feel like I got the right to speak on, and nothing I'm saying is biased, is wrong, but it's what God is intended to happen. I can tell y'all this for a fact. There is no way that Carlton Weekly would have got in that position and fumbled it like that. Not only would he have did it, his family wouldn't have let him, or his friends. How the clout is. But what I'm going to do is prove I'm going to try to change the narrative because I was a part of this destruction, so it's up to me to try to make it right. Whatever the outcome with this man's life is, it's God's decision. It's going to be on God.
Now, as y'all know from the beginning, lawyer Bradford Cohen, he always said that he feel Durk got a great chance to beat this case. His lawyers is great. He really got confidence that Durk can come out on top. Well, today, he gave us a little insight on the process of how jury selection is supposed to go.
All right, let's talk about the Lil Durk trial. It starts today with jury selection. I'd be shocked if there wasn't a jury questionnaire that's already been circulated and answered. They will eliminate some of the people that they can eliminate prior to asking questions. The judge usually asks the opening questions. Sometimes courts allow you to submit questions to the court that the court would ask. Sometimes the court allows each individual, the prosecution and the defense questions. They usually get maximum 30 minutes, an hour. That would be unusual. I've been in courtrooms where they give you 20 minutes apiece to ask jurors some questions depending on the pool. This one's going to be interesting because they're going to be focusing on certain issues. You're not supposed to pre-try the case. Everyone does. You're supposed to look for non-biased individuals. Everybody looks for biased individuals. Everybody wants people that are either leaning towards the defense or leaning towards the government. And this is a really important part of the case because I think most cases are won or lost. Mike, would you agree, in jury selection?
Jury selection.
Jury selection, genius, Mike. And that's why I like to use individuals that are jury selection experts. They do a psychological workup on some of these people. I can't have that in every case that I have, but on some of the more higher end cases where the individuals have some money to afford that, it really benefits the selection process. So we'll see how that goes, and then they're putting on some witnesses. And the opening statements, they're going to start putting on some witnesses. This should be a good one because I think there's going to be a lot of fodder and cross-examination and a lot of fireworks when it comes to flipping co-defendants or flipping other people that were associated with this alleged murder for hire. I still think that the defense has a very good chance here if they put on the right defense. And I'm telling you, he's got a very nice legal defense team. Drew and Brian are some of the best, and I think they're going to do a really good job for him.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube.
What's up, y'all? I'm
YouTube
back.
Music app all
I
together.
handle some business, but
one subscription, 2 apps.
Attorney Jasmine.
But with Durk, man, Durk, this is so much like his time and like so much evidence, man. I just feel like, man, Brian still got it. This is probably his hardest case he probably ever went through, and this gonna cost a lot of money. I know Durk got a lot of baby mamas, kids, so hopefully it's self-sufficient. Plus, no royalties. It should be good if they manage the money right. But damn.
Gave us her opinion on the type of jurors she would not pick during this type of case.
If I were a jury consultant for Durk's trial, I would not want someone who had a career supervising someone, such as, someone high up in the Army. I would not necessarily want a fan because that fan may feel disappointed by some of the evidence presented. I wouldn't want a person who says that he or she knows how to read people because that's a lot of reliance on, like personal ability to read people rather than just, looking at the evidence. I wouldn't want someone who seems super eager to be on the jury. Since the trial record includes things like private jet travel, I wouldn't want someone who expresses animosity towards people with wealth. I wouldn't want someone who expresses that he or she believes that rap lyrics are literal. And I would just pay very close attention to the people who, when answering a question.
That's true if it's not literal, but if it's not literal and your actions are proving that it's literal, it's going to be hard to beat that.
Everyone's looking at, or people that sound or seem like leaders because that person may be the foreperson.
Trap Lord Ross, who at the trial explained Durk gang affiliations may be an issue for the juror, but the judge made it clear that the case was not a gang-related murder. Check it out, get in the comments, and let me know what y'all think. Do y'all believe that Durk gonna come out on top, or he gonna lose and spend the rest of his life in jail? Get in the comments and let me know. And if you enjoy the content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. It's free.
Like a star. He is a big name. You might have heard of him. All right? They said that they were going to give the jurors a massive questionnaire to try and find out a whole bunch of different things. Now, unfortunately, the media and the public, they're not going to be privy to what's on that questionnaire. So we don't know who's on the witness list. We don't know what was asked on the questionnaire. But what we do know is that it was very big, it was very comprehensive.
Shout out to Music 101. So, what do you... I truly appreciate the viewers that I have. Thank you for the like, share, subscribe. I'll still be posting up about this. I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you. Have a good one.